Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jeff, and I'm doing my day trading recap. Today's Monday, February 10th. So I had two trades. I had one trade on Uber and one trade on Pinterest. So let's go over Uber. So Uber, I really liked. It was on my main watch. It probably wasn't on the scanners, but I really love this because it had an earnings report, gapped up on above average volume, crazy volume, closed right around near its highs. I think on a closing basis, it was around 8-9% up. So the idea was I had the game plan of watching this for a red to green move, and we're gonna get long right when it crosses that previous day close, if there was a good enough signal. And on that first minute, it showed me that. So I really loved how it opened, sold off, but it immediately got back, bought back up, printing this bullish hammer. So what I did is I went long, tight stop right there. So this is previous day close for a red to green move, and immediately I got my 2-1 here. This ended up, going further higher, but I already made the decision I wanted to get in and out of this trade if I can get my 2-1. So, um, yeah, that was my trade on Uber for a nice little continuation play. And next trade I had was Pins, and Pins was extremely interesting to me. It also had an earnings report, um, and it did sell off from the highs here. And what I noticed though today, um, it was gapping down, but it was holding this level of 24.30, right around that range. So, if you zoom out, you can kind of see that it did break out of its range, of its bottom base here. Get this way too thick. This bottom base here, right? Nice little handle. It breaks this level here. So it clears that range, but gets back into its old range where it was just kind of holding in this area here. So yes, it pulls back, but I noticed it was finding support in this area here. So if you go into the smaller time frames, you can see what I mean. Around that 24.30 area that I found on the daily, which is right around this area here where it was finding support, which is where I believe this is now finding support and could possibly consolidate, digest that earnings gap, and potentially move higher. But again, only time will tell. But that was my thesis behind this. So I liked how it was holding that range. And I know a lot of people are bearish on this stock just because it sold off on its earnings. That doesn't really mean anything. You need a little bit of more time to see, how is this going to bounce back, or is it going to continue to sell off? So I had a long bias on this, and as you can see at the open, it sold off, but it reclaimed that 24.30 area. So based on the support on the daily, and yeah, I went long. Tight stop right here. I pretty much scalped this just in case I didn't want it to go from a green to red move on my part. So once I was in the money, I started taking quarters off here. I did have a level of 24.83 that I really wanted to get. And yeah, we ended up getting there. So and then, this could potentially, once it cleared that level, I knew that this had the potential of going red to green, but it just didn't have the juice. It got there by one penny, 25.18. Um, was my final profit target for the rest of my shares. But I did let it ride. I wanted to see if it could get back up there. But once it broke the trend, which I saw here, as you can see, it was holding that 24.83 level here, and it was just kind of trading in this range. What I wanted to see was maybe some digestion, some consolidation, then another test, but it broke, and I just got all out right there. So yeah, those were my trades on the day. I traded Pins and Uber. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave it at the bottom. Other than that, I hope everyone had a beautiful trading day. Yeah,